Glorious, glorious, glorious. Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. Greetings, humanoids of the internets! My name is Bob, and this is Mission 3 of KSP Missions with Bob. Now, as you no doubt just saw from the news feed, a tragic incident. The terrorist group Ima Shitstain, led by the infamous terrorist Osama bin Kerman, just attacked the Kerbal Space Center and severely damaged one of their rockets. There was fortunately only one fatality, the actual suicide terrorist himself. But nevertheless, it was a serious crime against the people of Kerbal and the Kerbal Space Center, and that just cannot stand. Osama bin Kerman has fled to the moon near the North Pole of the moon, well, that's a weird-looking crater. Has fled to the North Pole of the moon. Now, when he came down, there are remote intelligence reports that when he came down a little hard. Going to have to do a few repairs. May even require one of his Confederates to pick him up off the surface of the moon, to aid his further escape from justice. We have no intention of allowing that to happen. Therefore, the Kerbal Space Forces have kindly loaned us 2 Torquemada missiles, which you see there on the cargo bays there, which we are going to try to use to kill Osama bin Kerman at the behest and with the funding of the Kerbal National Security whatever. Yeah. Well, that disintegrated fast. So basically, we're going to try to launch these missiles and destroy Osama bin Kerman's spaceship, hopefully him as well. Now, if we fire the first missile and we fail to take out Osama bin Kerman, then he has missiles too. Although his spaceship is damaged, his missiles are intact, and then so next come around to the planet, he will launch a missile against us. Now his missiles are much shorter range, unfortunately, but it may still be adequate to do the job. The missiles he has on a ship were not really designed to launch up off the moon and take out a target. So whether he can actually destroy the ship or not remains to be seen. However, he'll get a shot at it if we miss. So we have one missile. We fire off a missile, try to take him out. Failing that, he has also 2 missiles. He will fire one of his missiles to attempt to take us out, and then back and forth until nobody has any missiles left or somebody is destroyed. Now, in terms of consequences for failure, the boys really need the money here. They're running after their failed attempt to get the priceless artifact off the lunar. Well, we got it off the lunar surface. We just didn't get it back to Kerbal due to no fault of our own. But they're running a little short on money, and so they really need to do this this job. And if they fail to do this job, what will happen is that they will have to sell the Skyfarer and downgrade to a older and less glamorous, less capable, perhaps, ship. And so there are consequences if they fail, not simply for the safety and security of the planet Kerbal, but the consequences for themselves if they fail to make the missiles hit their mark. There is fortunately a very active new spacecraft market, so they will be able to sell this craft and buy a cheaper, older one if they in fact fail the mission. But they really sort of need to get this mission and shit. For whatever reason, the lines here, the fuel feed lines failed to be connected. God damn it. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to bring up some missiles from Kerbal and use those remotely controlled by Bob Kerman in the back seat here to attempt to take out our adversary. That sucks. Let's go ahead and just get rid of that. Oh, these are bloody useless. So we'll just load up some replacement spacecraft. Some replacement missiles. Let's see if the RCS at least works. Alright, more space junk. That's awesome. More space junk for floating around space. Super. Yep, more pointless space junk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch these replacement missiles, and we'll simply control them from the spacecraft and attempt to have them impact on Osama bin Kerman's head. So I'll work on that. Okay, here come the new missiles, complements of the Kerbal military-industrial complex. We're going to rendezvous with Skyfarer, and then we're going to try to blow the shit out of Osama bin Kerman. Okay, with any luck we'll be docking. I'm not going to be flying with this thing around because obviously that would be a strange configuration for actually trying to fly the thing. But with any luck this will be docking very shortly after we get some of the manatee love. Anytime you want to end up that manatee love is fine by me, guys. I know you manatees need to get your rocks off, but KSP manatee love. Okay, missiles are loaded and armed. Let's go visit our target. This is the Mohammed's Thang. The Mohammed's Thang. This thing is shaking like crazy. I don't know what the hell's going on. Let's turn off the SAS. The personal spacecraft of Osama bin Kerman. The leader of the Ima Shitstain terrorist organization. He's aboard the ship now. All we have to do is get a missile targeted on him. There he is, right there. Osama bin Kerman. Enjoying the indoors of his spacecraft. It's rather strange. Okay. Whatevs. He has hidden here in the hopes of evading justice. But we shall try to make sure that he is not going to evade it for very long. He could not actually lift off, I don't think, unless well he could try to use this engine and but he's not going to go very far because his main engine is broken off. So he's sort of waiting here for repairs to come through. We hope to kill him before that time comes. Now, as far as what counts as a winning condition on this, since nobody's on the ground to actually verify that Osama bin Kerman is dead, we will figure any kind of serious direct hit on the spacecraft is considered to be a killing blow for these purposes. So the missile has to hit and damage in some way this already damaged spacecraft in order for this mission to be considered a win. Of course, if we can take out the command pod and kill Osama in there, that's even better. So there was a nuclear engine back here. It popped off. And this is a profoundly poorly made spacecraft. I made it mostly for looks. I figured it had to look cool. And also, even though his spacecraft is severely impaired, he does have missiles. These things here are missiles. They're relatively short range compared to the missiles that our boys have, but it might still be possible for him to fire off a shot and hit the ship. So if our boys on the Skyfarer failed to hit him the first time, that means it's his turn and he gets to try a shot. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I apologize for all the fan noise. Our air conditioning went out, and so we've got lots of fans going. It's time to attempt our first missile launch. Decouple this. And we're going to need to do an inclination change. Hopefully I'll have enough gas to do this. Okay. Not there yet. Okay, we may be getting there. Not quite yet. Well, you don't need to see all this tedious maneuvering here. Okay, this is a pretty respectable burn, but then it does actually have a fair amount of fuel for the amount of I should start the engines. Yes. You. Bye. What? What happened there? Okay. I accidentally used the solid rocket boosters. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, it's recoverable. I think. Actually, I have quite a special amount of fuel. Well, those solid rocket boosters didn't give me as much boost as I was hoping for anyway. I was hoping to use that as a sort of terminal phase boost to okay. Now we're going to need to readjust this a little bit. Looks like I should have plenty of fuel. Move that up. Let's touch up. There you go. That should be about right. And the back. Oh, not that far back. Not about like that. So looking good? Yeah, close enough. Okay, we'll restart when something interesting happens. Okay, rubber's about to meet the road here before long. Basically just come in as if I were landing, pretty much. Okay. We're on the RCS. Oh. Okay, yeah, this thing has a, these things jettison and create a area of effect destruction. Probably can't count on that for a whole big wide area. Also, I'm going to need to have some altitude on me when I drop the load. Otherwise, it won't do much damage. Yep, wrong way. Okay, so much for the fuel. We're going to go ahead and jettison the destructive packages. Wakey, wakey, Osama. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Whoosh. Well, that woke him up, but it didn't kill him, unfortunately. And now he's well aware of the presence of someone who is trying to kill him. So next turn is Osama's. These missiles are what we call untested. They were made for Osama by a suicide bomber's mother. And that was really good enough quality assurance for Osama. He didn't think he was ever going to have to use them. But we'll see whether they'll be more of a menace to the crew of the Skyfarer than they are to him. Okay, the Mohammed's Thang ready to launch missiles. Okay, yeah, that worked really well. Extremely well. Yes. Standing by to, let's turn on the SAS. Standing by to launch missiles again. Okay, well that worked real well. That was awesome. Yeah. Not really. It was not really awesome. It's pretty pathetic, really. I thought that would work somehow, but it did not. It worked very poorly. So yeah, there's that. Okay, well, you know, next time he needs to just not get his missiles from a suicide bomber's mother. You know, the DNA for brains apparently runs in the family. Okay, time to launch the second missile. Decouple that. That's kind of scary looking. Activate that engine. Actually, while we're here, since this is bobbing around so alarmingly, what we'll do is see a nice squad flag there. We're going to go ahead and transfer as much fuel as possible into the... Okay, well, that's the wrong tank. Transfer as much fuel as possible into this thing and ditch it. Actually, worst case scenario, I could totally use this as another bomb. It may come to that. We won't have any RCS. RCS was all on the missiles. Okay, all other tanks are hunky-dory? Yep, okay, let's go ahead and decouple this before it tears something apart. Back away from it. Turn on your SAS and unfold your solar panels. Okay, so worst case scenario, I should be able to use this as a surrogate bomb, as the bomb of last resort. Okay, for plumbing reasons I don't really understand, I'm nowhere near the target. For whatever reason, the oxidizer plumbing was, well, actually I'm pretty close to the target, but not as close as I would like to be. And because I had to exchange some fluids, we're not getting there. It's right there. Wish I could get there, but I can't. The rocket has an engineering defect. No big shocker there. Oh, let's go ahead and deploy all the weapons anyway. Maybe I'll kill some random crater. Come on, fly, my little one, fly. It's just 1.5 kilometers. Okay, well, maybe not. Okay, well, it did better than Osama did. I have one last alternative. This is a pretty rocky-looking terrain. And that is to use the carrier itself, the vehicle that carried this up here, itself as a weapon. And probably have a lot more success doing that than doing this. So, okay, here we go. Okay, I'm trying to use the controls, I set it as target, put that way. Hoping that this will help me do what I need to do. Okay, no, I've got to move a little bit further. Wrong way. Alright. Now I need to kill it off. Nope. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? We got it? We got it? Have we got it? No. That was real close. Real close, but does not buy me no cigars. Shit. Nope, close does not buy me the cigar. Okay. Well, that is a mission fail. There's no two ways about it. We were assigned a mission and we failed. And, and Osama bin Kerman is now the possessor of the only junkyard on the moon. Yep, he is unfortunately quite unharmed. Kind of pleased with himself, in fact. We may have to revisit Osama bin Kerman in the future. Possibly next mission, maybe not. Well, apparently our missile technology is not quite where it has to be. So we may have to land a rover and go kill him in person or something. I don't know what we're going to have to do. Or I can just save him as the supervillain of the week for later on. But in any case, true to my statement, we failed the mission, therefore they have to revert to a cheesier ship. So I'm going to go make them a cheesier ship, and then we will start with this cheesier ship somehow next time. But that's all for right now. Until next time, hasta la vista. Adios. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Go!